Before the rest of the country wakes up, in the heart of the Eastern Free State is a man whose dedication to the past fuels his every move. Train driver 𝗀𝗏𝗃 Jubileus has been working for hours to prepare this steam locomotive for the tracks. Timeless rituals unfold, grueling work to balance fire and steam.
I always say when God said, in the sweat of your brow you will earn your bread, he actually was thinking of a steam locomotive that day because it's really hard work. It's a real challenge to keep them running.
This car has GPS, aircon, and is quite comfortable. Modern transportation offers a level of convenience our ancestors could only dream of. Back then, intense physical labor was necessary to power a steam locomotive. In South Africa, they were used from the mid-1800s well into the latter part of the 20th century, playing a crucial role in building the country. At Sandstone Estates, that history is preserved.
You've got a firebox inside the boiler where you make your fire and heat up the water like the element. That makes the steam that makes the locomotive running.
Here, 𝗀𝗃𝗃 maintains the world's largest collection of narrow-gauge steam locomotives.
I always say that steam locomotives were built by man, but God gave them a soul, because they are different, they've got a personality. Each one of the same class have different ways of working with it, and they can sometimes be stubborn like humans, and don't want to work with you.
This steam locomotive, constructed in Germiston in 1968, is one of the last of the Garrett-type locomotives ever built in the world.
What does that do? Oh, wow! You underestimate the technology. Wow.
It's that action that raises steam faster, which in turn heats up the boiler to prepare for mechanical motion and transports 𝗀𝗃𝗃 back to his childhood.
My grandfather was a station master on a station 𝗶𝗶𝗴𝗶 near 𝗀𝗵𝗶𝘀. That's where it all started. So I grew up on the steam locomotives, being on the stations, and it was a way of life.
These steam locomotives run on a 26-kilometer track specially built for them. 69 steam trains are housed here, some not yet restored, each one unique.
The narrow-gauge locomotives actually comes from Port Elizabeth, where they operate on the 𝗃𝗏𝗃 line, and also from Port Shepstone to Harding.
It's been decades since they were used on South Africa's railway network.
I fear the day it's going to end, and it eventually did end for us on the South African railways. And that is where I came to Sandstone Estates, because here we preserve what I love.
That was 21 years ago.
South Africa had a unique collection of steam locomotives, because we were actually one of the countries that steam ran much later years than overseas. So we had the opportunity to preserve a lot of locomotives here. That overseas it was still just something they just disposed. They just cut them up for scrap metal, and I think that's why South Africa is unique.
What is it about these glorious machines that you feel is special to them and no other mode of transport?
I think it's because it's alive, and the smell, the sound, the power. A car, you don't really know when it really is working hard. These locomotives, you know when it works hard. And you can hear when it struggles, and you can hear how the driver handled it.
And it's not just a driver that's needed to power it. Brian 𝗀𝗃𝗃 has been working alongside Gert for the past 9 years. It's his job to fuel the fire that heats water in the boiler to produce steam. It's back-breaking work in scorching temperatures.
You must take care and be sure that this thing is gonna burn. And I can tell you that before it moves there, it takes 4 hours before it said we are ready, we can go.
4 hours?
4 hours before the steam pressure will go up.
He too has loved trains since he was a small boy.
My mom and my dad used to travel from here to Kuruman. They say when I was 3, when the train comes, I just run, they grab me. They say, where are you going? I say, kuchu, 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 kuchu. That's why I said maybe it's the plan of God. I end up finding myself here in Sandstone. When I'm doing my work, I like to sing, especially, let's say, glorifying to the Holy Word.
Brian and Gert share a camaraderie forged by hours of working together. They both have the same goal, to keep the spirit of steam trains alive.
Each and everyone knows how to push himself, especially when you want something. Until you see, no, it's an easy job for me.
A job with magical rewards. And while steam locomotives were replaced by diesel and electric trains many years ago, here, now, in this place, they still reign supreme.
Small people, even in me, myself, I come with my children here. Oh, my boy, he wants me to be there all the time because they are getting excited. There's the trains are going up and down. It's very, very nice. They can come here because Sandstone is all about representing the past to the future.
The jewels in the Sandstone Heritage Collection, 2 locomotives called lollies. They started their life in Mozambique, but also worked in South Africa during their 120-year careers. They are the last of just 6 that remain in the world. The charm and glamour of traveling in coaches like this is undeniable. It was a time when travel was all about style and a sense of adventure. These locomotives were collected from Mozambique, Angola, and other parts of South Africa, each one with its own unique history.
I should never ask this, like I wouldn't ask a parent which one is their favorite child, but do you have a favorite train?
Yes, a steam train.
All of them in general, or is there a
them.
particular steam train?
No, all of them in general, yeah. They run in my heart. They're part of me, part of my family. They raised me from I was a little boy, so it's what I know. It's what I live for.
And so he will continue his mission to preserve the legacy of steam locomotives, a piece of history that will continue to captivate, reverberating into the future.